Chapter 6, Reaching for the Stars. Magic? What do you mean by magic? I asked Alicia, but when I turned around, she was gone. Alicia? I called, but there was no answer. I walked across the garden and into the room that contained the Elysium flower, and it was empty. I quickly ran outside and into the throne room. "Glory!" I shouted, but once again, there was no answer. Neither Glory nor her guards were anywhere to be seen. I walked outside to see the sun shining through the trees and onto the desolate forest floor. "Alicia!" I call out again to no answer. "Anyone?" I yell, just to then hear my voice echo throughout the rainforest. I came to realize that I may be completely alone. I walked out onto the arboretum. There wasn't a single trace of any dragon that may have been here, nor anything leading to where everyone might have gone. The rainforest was completely deserted. The rainforest. I echo to myself. "I need to find you, Alicia, and I think I know where to look," I said to myself as an idea popped into my head. I quickly ascended into the sky and flew away from the arboretum, and toward the river. The Elysium Shrine. She must be there, I said to myself hopefully. I looked down at the rainforest floor just in case I was able to spot Alicia, but I wasn't. I wasn't able to make out any dragons. I was right, the rainforest is truly abandoned. Unlike before, I was able to get to the boundaries of the rainforest fairly quickly. The sun was shining, there was little wind, and I now knew my way there. I flew along, following the posts until I saw the 4 large trees atop a hill that made up the Elysium Shrine. I landed right next to the shrine and, just as I had feared, Alicia is nowhere to be seen. Just as I was about to give up, something caught my eye. I saw that, to my surprise, the symphonias around the shrine pedestal before were gone, and small white flowers took its place. These flowers almost resembled the Elysium flower. These new flowers intrigued me and, without thinking about it, I picked up one of these flowers and set it gently onto the shrine pedestal. "What am I doing?" I asked myself, but before I could reconsider, the stone tiles beneath me were once again falling. I tried helplessly clawing at the air trying to undo what I have just unknowingly done. I soon gave up and braced the fall. I was stuck in darkness for what felt like forever, much longer than when I first fell into the world beneath the rainforest. I really didn't know why I put the flower in there. Seeing those flowers seemed to have put me in a trance. I was fully expecting myself to land back into some twisted landscape like before, but I instead found myself back at the foot of the gate I just came back from. I was back in Elysium. I wanted to try and figure out how I ended up back here, but I had a bigger task at hand. I needed to find Alicia. I ran along the path, hoping that if she were to have come back here, she wouldn't have gone far. I searched and searched, but her white scales were nowhere to be seen. I flew up to the top of the cliff above and to the place I found the Elysium flower. I could have sworn I saw something, but when I got closer, there was nothing but the green grass that covered the cliff. She was nowhere in the rainforest, and she was nowhere in Elysium. She couldn't have turned back into a flower, has she? I asked myself, but considering the possibilities, there was no way she could have. She really did just suddenly disappear, along with everyone else in the rainforest. Maybe they left and are coming back to see the rainforest all fixed? I thought to myself optimistically. I glided down back to the path leading to the gate back to the shrine. As I approached the gate, I felt that something was off. I wasn't able to notice it from afar as the trees were blocking it, but when I finally got to the gate, it was blocked off. "Oh no," I said to myself as I stood before the only way back to the surface blocked off with sharp white bars. I ran over to see if I could get through, but they were too close together. I tried to break them apart, but they were too strong. Trying to break them only hurts me more. "Alicia," I whispered to myself longingly, wondering if she knew anything about this. She knows all about the world beneath the rainforest. She must know what's going on. "Alicia, where are you?" I said, now raising my voice in hopes to have her hear me, wherever she might be. I tried and tried again to pull off the bars that barricaded the gate, but they wouldn't move an inch. I soon gave up on the gate and flew back up the cliff of the gate to have a better view of Elysium. There's no way she could have made just one gate, there has to be another one. I thought to myself hopefully. I flew up into the sky again, higher this time so I could get a better view of Elysium. It was truly beautiful. There were many tall hills overlooking magnificent valleys and rivers, but no matter how far I flew out, there was no other gate to be seen. Nor was there any dragon else. I flew back down to the surface right next to a large tree as I started to lose hope. Why is this happening? I asked myself. Unlike before, Alicia wasn't here to help me. Would she even help me if she were here? I set her free and she disappeared without even thanking me? I thought to myself, I really didn't want to think about this since she was the one who gave me this gift to save her in the first place. But this isn't important right now. Whether she is in the rainforest or not, I need to get out of here. In a last-ditch effort to find a way out of this underground paradise that I have found myself trapped in, I shot up straight into the sky above. There has to be a ceiling, there has to be. I thought to myself hopefully. Whether I would reach anything or not, I extended my talons toward the sky and continued flying. What was I reaching for exactly? A way out? Alicia? Or perhaps I was reaching for the stars. Whatever I was reaching for, I would never reach it. I flew until I could fly no more. I fell out of the sky as my wings gave out. When I eventually hit the ground, I could have sworn that it was the end for me, but like many times before, I had landed right back into the dream garden. It was no use to me now that Alicia is gone, but there was a dragon here. A large white ghostly-looking dragon in the garden, unlike any that I have ever come across. Tamarin. The mysterious dragon said to me,